Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Cougars Den for some Tuesday night Firelands Conference Volleyball. Travis Berardi alongside Storm Blunchley. And Storm, we're back home for you.
Yes, sir. This is my alumni, both mine and our cameraman, Garrett Parlett. I mean, it feels great to be back. I know I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, and it's, just great to be back and be able to see everyone again.
Yeah, we are moments away from the start of this one. Crestview coming into this one with a record of 7-4, while it's flipped for the Mapleton Lady Mounties. They come in with a record of 4-7.
Well, Travis, everyone looks set. I think we're going to do our national anthem, and then we're going to kick this bad boy off.
Yeah. We had a exciting match last night on the OH Report. Colonel Crawford traveling to Northmore. Northmore winning 2 sets, 26-24, 28-26, and then winning another set, 25-17. They took that match 3-1. It's been a while since the OH Report's been here for volleyball, at least. Although your Cougar football team's not doing bad.
No, they are not. They dropped the big one to St. Paul, but you were just telling me before the game that they also lost, so they're still in it for the conference crown. But, I mean, when is it not exciting to be a Cougar football fan?
Exactly. So we're about ready for the national anthem, so we'll turn it over to the PA announcer. Now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mapleton Mounties with a record of 4-7. Now for the Cougars with a record of 7-4. So with that out of the way, we are ready for some volleyball, Storm.
Yes, sir. And, you know, there may be a little bit of a bias coming in here, but, you know, this Crestview team is very good and very exciting to watch. You know, some might call them the Los Angeles Lakers of high school volleyball.
Oh, jeez.
Who else to be LeBron but Kennedy Goon?
You could make a good comparison about Kennedy DeGoon. She pretty much leads every category on the team, and not only a good volleyball player, but a very good softball player as well.
Oh, that is something I did not know. I know that, however, when she was taking some spikes over the net during the warm-ups, I see a little bit of fire coming off of them, I think, fogging up my glasses a little bit. A very exciting player to watch nonetheless, however.
Cannot wait to call this with you, Storm.
Very excited. First volleyball game ever calling, Travis. I mean, very exciting, I'm sure, for you and for me both.
Cannot wait. So we are just about ready to get things going. Mapleton will serve to start. Rebecca Rosinski to serve for the Lady Mounties. And we are underway from the Cougars' den. And it starts off with a free ball over to Mapleton. Giving up to Bailey Davis, and she throws it down. So Mapleton strikes first with the 1-0 lead.
You know, great pass there and a great spike to set up the easy score. Hopefully that will give the, you know, Lady Mounties some momentum, because I think they're going to need it to get past this stacked Cougar team.
Another free ball. Nice dig there by Kaufman. Mapleton with a chance, but it's too long. And the Lady Cougars are on the board. It's 1-1.
A little too strong on that one, Travis. Someone looks like they've been, you know, hitting the bench press.
Had a little bit of too much of the Wheaties this morning. Emily Weaver to serve for the Lady Cougars. And that ball into the net. And the Lady Cougars get the point.
Looking like Dikembe Mutombo on that one, saying, no, 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 not in my house. Protecting the Cougar den.
Weaver back for her second serve in a row. Let ball. Taken up by the Lady Mounties. Free ball back over to the Cougars. There's Goon with her first shot of the day. Dug up by Weaver. Goon from the back line and gets the point. So Goon took a little bit off of that one and gets the point.
Oh yeah, not setting it with as much ferocity as usual, but just enough to put it in the perfect spot where no one else could get it and to get the easy score for Crestview.
And Storm, sometimes it's not about the speed, it's about finesse. As that free ball attempt mishit. And just like that, 4 points in a row for the Lady Cougars.
I know early Mapleton momentum died off pretty quickly. I think Crestview's kind of already got this one by the horns. It's looking a little dicey.
So Weaver, that was tipped, and it's an ace. As you watch the replay, we'll see where the tip is. And yeah,
yep,
just hit the libero.
Didn't get a lot of it, but just enough to give the Lady Cougars a point on that one.
And another mishit. So 6 straight for Emily Weaver as service, and it's 6-1.
You know, I'm a little scared if I'm Mapleton looking down the barrel of a 5-point deficit versus this good Crestview team. You know, it's going to be hard to crawl their way out of it, but let's see if they can get it done, and that looks like a good way to start it off.
Bailey Davis gets Mapleton back on the board. She had 55 kills coming into this match.
Whew.
You think that's a lot? That's compared to 211 by Kennedy Goon. Maggie Rohr serving for the Lady Mounties. Bump back over and off the block and down is Izzy Artis. Crestview up 7-2.
This Crestview team has taken control of this first game here early on, Travis. How did the Mounties come back and kind of, get back into it?
Well, not making mistakes like that. That's an ace for Autumn Bailey. And it's 8-2. Bailey to serve, and it's another ace. You could say aces were wild, Storm.
Yes, sir. I mean, she is just getting it done serving. I mean, Mapleton is looking a little lost out there, not really able to return anything, not able to get any sort of momentum going. There's the old commentator's curse, I believe is what they call that one, Travis.
Bailey Davis with another point.
Gorgeous all-around play there from Mapleton on that one.
So 9-3 your score. And oh goodness, Kennedy Goon.
I think I saw a little smoke on the end of that ball right there, Travis. I mean, if Kennedy Goon's going up to spike it, I do not want to be in the way. Someone's going to get hurt on the end of one of those. Wake up with a few bumps and bruises.
What a play there by Izzy Artis.
There it was again, Travis, you were talking about it. Sometimes the finesse is a little bit better, and I feel like that can be said for a lot of sports, Sometimes it's a little bit more about finesse, and I believe right there it was more true than ever.
And another ace. I believe that's the fourth or fifth ace already in this set by the Lady Cougars. Back-to-back aces.
Should start calling this one blackjack. There are so many aces.
And Mapleton has to call a timeout. So the Lady Cougars out to a big 13-3 lead, Storm.
Yeah, I really thought with that first point that Mapleton scored on the first possession of the game, I thought that, they could maybe put a little bit more together, but the Cougars returning to typical fashion, coming out and demolishing the competition.
So the Lady Cougars coming in with a 7-4 record. They've lost to the likes of Monroeville, St. Paul, and Willard, all three really good squads that have chances this year to make it far in the tournament. So Crestview just under that line of the elite.
Yeah, they're just, sorry to interrupt.
You're fine.
Just gathering my thoughts there for a second. Just a little bit underneath. But I think that, they got some young girls out here. I think that that'll just come with time. As the season progresses, they'll start being able to knock off those better teams.
And a miss hit. So Crestview cruising here in this first set after Mapleton. They were up 1-0. They got the first point. You thought, oh, okay, we'll get some momentum. But then Crestview just calmed down, and they've really dominated, especially off the service.
Yeah, that very first point, Crestview looked like they were a little lackadaisical, but they definitely shook off whatever fatigue they had, and they came out balling.
Sophie Durbin with the ace. So that's the fourth different Lady Cougar with an ace in this set. And nearly got a good one. And you know what they call that? They call that the yummy ball, Storm.
Yummy ball.
She just ate that all up for the spike.
Looking like me ordering a 2 for $6 at Arby's.
She watched the replay, just served it up for her.
Even in slow-mo, that ball is still traveling probably about 200 miles an hour.
And a miscommunication by Mapleton. It's 17-3.
Mapleton is just looking lost out here, Travis. I mean, they just look like they might have brought some pillows and blankets on the bus. Looked like they were sleeping before the game.
Goon for the spike and lays it down.
Kennedy Goon is just checking that cheddar like a food inspector. She is playing out of her mind right now.
18-3 your score. Free ball over the Lady Cougars. Goon
Here
once
we go
again gets through the block. Nicely done by Mapleton to keep it up. Back across, Kylie Longden. Goon again, got it.
Travis, if you're the Mapleton coach, I mean, you know Kennedy Goon is a dominant force to be reckoned with. I mean, what are you telling your girls, you know, to do against something like that?
19-3 your score. Free ball back over. Mapleton with a chance. And a net violation on Crestview gives Mapleton their 4th point of the set.
Mapleton finally able to notch another point. I mean, I wouldn't call it a comeback, Travis, but some might if you're a Mapleton fan.
Hannah Wagner now serving. She has 50 assists, 2nd on the team.
Sounding like Rajon Rondo on the Boston
Woo!
Celtics with that many assists.
Kennedy Goon once again putting dents into the floor here at Crestview. It's 20-4.
Yeah, I think there might be a little bit of that ball left on the court there from how hard it got hit.
Is the artist to serve? Free ball back over to Mapleton. Sets it up. And misplayed by Kennedy Goon. Give Mapleton their 5th point of the set.
Rare occurrence there from Kennedy Goon to misplay that ball, but I wouldn't hold your breath over it. I'm sure return to typical form here on this next play.
So 20-5 your score. Kylie Longden to serve for the Lady Mounties. Rebecca Kaufman with the finish. Coming into this one, she had 24 kills. Crestview 4 points away, and they have Kennedy Goon serving. Hunter Lamb with the kill. So Mapleton sticking around. That's Lamb's 67th kill of the year.
You know, in situations like this, Travis, I like to live by an expression, better late than never. Let's see if these Mapleton Mounties can rally a huge comeback to steal game 1 from the Crestview Cougars.
Goon backside, and she'll get the kill. So Crestview 3 points away from a first set victory. Cross shot dug out. Free ball back to Mapleton. And thrown down by Alexis Sweet. How sweet that was.
Woo, yes, sir.
22-7.
That one tasted like a spoonful of sugar. It was so sweet.
Helps the medicine go down.
Travis, how important is it in these matches to take a game 1?
Well, definitely, it's about momentum. You take that first set, you have momentum going into the second set that'll set you up for, if you can go on a bit of a run here in the second set, that really takes it out of the other squad, and all you have, you're pretty much in the driver's seat after that.
You know that a lot of people say basketball is a game of runs. Would you say the same as
Definitely.
same for volleyball?
Definitely. Take last night, for example, in the 4th set, Colonel Crawford went out to a 4-0 lead. Northmore answered with 7 straight. That ball, let ball, they call. And once again, Mapleton sticking around. She watch this. Just watch the ball crawl over the net. Just physics of this game's crazy.
Yeah. Looking like Mario and Donkey Kong back in the old arcade machines. I don't know if you're old enough to get that reference, Travis, but
I'm older than you. Da, 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 da. Oh.
Our cameraman G-Man very much enjoying our commentary.
Is the artist. Puts Crestview a point away from the first set. Up the goon, through the block and scores. Crestview takes set number 1, 25-8. We're going to take a break. You're watching high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
We are uniting Park National's family banks under one name to serve you more.
This bank's about service to the community.
I mean, your customers become your family, and by and large, you become their family.
Customers do come in and they do feel like they're a part of our family, and they feel like they know us and we know them and we care.
Park National, our family of banks, all together now.
Subscribe or be subscribed.
Back here at the Cougars Den, where Crestview takes set 1, 25-8. Travis Berardi alongside Storm Blunchley. Storm, all Crestview in that first set.
Yeah, Travis, I would be remiss to say if that was not what I expected. Like I said in the first game, obviously, a little biased, but, when you have a player like Kennedy Goon, things come easy.
Would like to say a welcome to Madison Lady Rams soccer coach Zach Huff, who's watching tonight.
Hey, Zach.
Nice to see you, Zach. And first of all, congratulations on your team's #1 ranking and the way you guys fought back against #2 Granville. I know Storm and G-Man were there. What did you think of that soccer match?
I mean, that was a heck of a game. I mean, when you're in the media business, you're supposed to be a little unbiased. But, I mean, when me and G-Man there, it was hard to not get hyped up when they were down 0-2 to start the second half and to watch them come back and score 2 quick goals. And it was a nail-biter all the way. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better game. #1 versus #2, forget about it.
And you have to feel that those two teams will be meeting again, possibly in a state semifinal or state championship or regional, wherever it is.
And I hope I'm the one covering that game because that will be exciting.
Anywho, back to volleyball, where Crestview will have the first set of the second set. Rebecca Kaufman will start things off. She has 34 aces on the year going into this match. Crestview leads 1-0.
34 aces. Never want to play blackjack versus her. Always got an ace up her sleeve.
Sophie Durbin with an ace up her sleeve. She gets the opening point. Crestview up 1-0 here in the second set. Through the block for the point. That cross shot out, so 2 straight for the Lady Cougars.
Crestview picking up right where they left off, just in dominating fashion. I mean, I know the score is only 2-0, but I'd be a little surprised to see something different outcome than what we saw in the first game.
Free ball over the Mapleton. That time finished off by Bailey Davis off the block, and Mapleton's on the board.
I mean, just a gorgeous move there. Placed the pass, and you know, the perfect place where she could go up and get it. I mean, just a gorgeous play.
And a service error gives Crestview the point. They're back up 2 early on here, 3-1 in the second set.
This is looking oddly familiar to game 1, Travis. I mean, how do you think Mapleton comes back and, you know, makes it not so much like game 1?
They have to avoid a long run that they gave up at the start of the first set. They can get a point here and there, keep chipping away just like that right there. They should be good, and it's 3-2.
Mapleton might take their first lead since game 1 when they were up 1-0. All they need is 2 more points.
Easton Rohr with the point for Mapleton. Nearly an ace there. And that shot by Goon just too strong. We're tied at 3.
Travis, if you're Crestview, you getting a little scared here? I mean,
it's too early in the set, but you don't want Mapleton to get a run of themselves and get that momentum back.
And that momentum short-lived there as Crestview scores again to make it 4-3.
Autumn Bailey with the point, and she's rewarded with the serve. 4-3 Lady Cougars early second set. And that's an ace.
I mean, these Lady Cougars have been serving so well. It's like they're serving Thanksgiving dinner or something.
You can see Garrett over there, our cameraman, rubbing his stomach after that one. You know he's hungry for that.
We're actually just talking about Thanksgiving the other day, Travis, and
there's a point for
just a little
Crestview.
Tidbit of information. Are you a gravy man? Because
Oh yes, definitely gravy man.
me and Garrett we get our own gravy boats at Thanksgiving.
Not surprised. Not surprised. You dip your rolls in there?
Oh yeah,
All right.
everything. The whole plate's covered in gravy.
That's an ace.
Speaking of gravy, the Crestview girls are just pouring it on Mapleton right now.
So Bailey on another run here. Something you want to avoid if you're Mapleton. You need to get a point here. Get that service back. Yummy ball. Point for Crestview. That's Sophie Durbin.
This Mapleton team's looking a little frustrated. They really seem like they don't like to play from behind, and they have a lot of difficulty playing from behind. Well, this Crestview team very obviously used to controlling the game for the most part.
8-3 Lady Cougars lead. Free ball back over the Crestview. Goon pushes it back over. Mapleton with a chance. That ball was going out, but they're going to give Goon a chance to score, and she finishes it off.
A little bit of an error there by Autumn Bailey. You know, that ball definitely looked like it was going to be out to me, but, you know, Kennedy Goon's got her back.
Yeah, when you have a player like Goon there, she'll most likely pick up anybody if they make a mistake. And a miss hit by Crestview. So Autumn Bailey's pitching a tent back there, the service line. Making it her home right now. It's 10-3.
Not even just her. I mean, this whole Crestview team back there. I mean, looking amazing.
That's an ace.
Service-wise.
So a miss hit by Mapleton causes them to call a timeout. 11-3 Lady Cougars rolling here again in the second, and it's pretty much a carbon copy of the first set.
Yeah, I mean, Mapleton looked like they were going to, you know, put something together, but
Crestview they're just too good right now.
I don't even have the words to describe, you know, how good they are. They are just on another planet.
When you have the likes of Kennedy Goon and Autumn Bailey, I mean,
LeBron
you're pretty
and
much
AD.
in any match.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Homer or not Homer, you got to like this squad.
Oh, yeah. Like you were saying, though, those teams that have beat them, those are the, you know, premier teams. So I'm sure those games could have gone either way, but nonetheless, I'm sure when the season continues on, they will start winning some more of those 50-50 games.
Another OH.REPORT match going on down at Howard, Ohio. Danville taking on East Knox, and currently Danville leading 14-10. Brian Skoronsky on the call of that one. So when this one is over, you can tune on over there, watch some more volleyball, because, you know, here at the OH Report, we are live and free, and we loving it.
Live and free. Yes, sir. And Crestview out of
Another
the timeout
ace.
continues rolling.
So 12-3 your score here, as Autumn Bailey still serving. And the way she's serving right now, you could probably go to the concession stand, go to the fridge, get yourself something to eat, come on back. She'll probably still be at that service line.
I mean, I think at this rate, I'd have time to go to Arby's and get a 2 for $6 with a Greek gyro and crispy chicken sandwich.
What a dig by Bailey, and she gets it inside the line. Looked like Mapleton was going to take advantage of that free ball, but Bailey coming out of nowhere with the dig, it just places it inside the line. That's got to be a candidate for the play of the game so far.
You know, the volleyball isn't the only thing she's digging. I believe she's digging the grave for the Mounties here in this game, too.
Goon with a light shot, taken out by Mapleton. Another dig by Bailey. Bailey coming in this one at 60 digs. Goon with authority.
Another gorgeous setup and another gorgeous spike by Goon. Every time she gets ready to go up there, I mean, I just hold my breath because I know it's going to be a heater.
You need that with the temperature starting to drop here in north central Ohio. Little heat isn't that bad. And finally, Mapleton back on the board, a much needed point for the Lady Mounties.
Yeah, speaking of temperature, you know, the Mounties have gone ice cold there for a second, but hopefully with that point they're able to cook something up in the microwave.
Kylie Longden, I believe, on the point there. Yummy ball placed down by Hunter Lamb. So 2 straight for Mapleton, and they're back to within double digits. It's a 9-point game.
Travis, you think they got it in them to bring this one all the way back?
If they can keep playing like that, get some good serves, take advantage of your possessions, you never know. They have a chance here. Somehow kept up by Crestview.
What a gorgeous save by the Crestview team. That was
With
a
the cross
team
shot
effort
just
right
long.
there.
It was a good possession by Mapleton, but just too strong on the cross shot and goes out of bounds. That one into the net, so a miss hit puts Crestview up 11. It's 16-5, Storm.
It was a beautiful little back and forth game we had going there. You know, this Mapleton team plays well, but just finding that consistency to play well all the time. I mean, sometimes they look sloppy, but, I mean, there are glimpses of greatness there.
Speaking of greatness, Kennedy Goon once again throwing it down. Mapleton, they're trying. I mean, they're putting out full effort. Got to give them that, but just Kennedy Goon and Autumn Bailey are just too strong for them right now.
Oh, yeah. Kennedy Goon will never fake the funk on a fresh, nasty dunk, Travis. You know that one.
I honestly don't know what to say after that. I mean, you just said it all. That shot goes for Crestview.
There's not much to be said after that. I mean, you are watching true volleyball greatness.
And a great volleyball color guy in the making, too. Once again, somehow kept up, but a violation at the net gives Mapleton the point. It looked like they were going to get a point at the net, but somehow Crestview kept it up, was able to get it over, but you're not allowed to touch the net or go under it, and that's what Crestview did to give Mapleton their 6th point of set 2.
And not an area you see very often out of this Crestview team. I mean, they play almost perfect all the time, so I doubt we'll see very many more of those.
Nice job for the dig off the Goon spike. But that went into the stands. And Crestview, got to give it to Mapleton, though. If Goon was spiking the ball my way, I'd dive out of the way. But that was a good job to keep that up and save the possession for the time being.
Yeah, I am definitely not getting in the way of her spikes. I mean, she just sent, I bet if they put a speedometer on that one, it'd say upwards of 85.
And once again, the physics. I just don't understand how the spin of that ball just crawls up the net. You watch the replay. It looks like it's just going to go into the net for a point for Mapleton, but it just jumps over. And Emily Weaver back on the board. It's 20-6. Oh, miscommunication there by Mapleton.
Not a lot of talking going on the Mapleton side, Travis. Look like they're getting a little frustrated. I mean, no one likes getting blown out, but you still got to keep talking to each other.
Is the artist to serve. That ball misplayed and into the net. Double hit called. And the Lady Cougars 3 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. And a rare service error by the Lady Cougars puts Mapleton back into service. They're down 22-7. Alexis Sweet checking in for the Lady Mounties. But a service error right back.
Travis, I know the Crestview girls had, a service error right there, but I mean, if they were a restaurant, they'd have 5 stars on Yelp because their service is incredible.
Storm Lunchley, everybody.
Always thinking about food.
He'll be here all week. Try the veal. Kennedy Goon awaiting the service.
A little bit of a...
Coming into this one, 211 kills, 27 assists, 12 blocks, and 121 digs. Can you dig that, Storm?
Yeah, she wearing 13 or 23 because she's looking like MJ out there.
Oh, boy. At least you didn't say LeBron.
That's true, yeah. The original 23.
The GOAT, yes. Don't at me, folks. The
Don't
GOAT, Jordan.
A little bit of a controversial statement there, Travis, in the realm of basketball.
I grew up watching Jordan, then Shaq and Kobe,
Back to volleyball. This Crestview team returning to
Autumn Bailey.
To what we've been seeing from them
just inside that back line, and it is set point for Goon and the Lady Cougars. Serves it to the back line. Mapleton nearly gets the point, but Goon with the dig. Free ball back over. What effort by Crestview.
Unfortunately not rewarded. I mean, a gorgeous play by
Hunter Lamb through the block. Nicely done for the Lady Mounties. Powers it through for the point. It's 24-8. 16 set points for the Lady Cougars. Mounties with a chance. And that spike attempt into the net, so another point for Mapleton.
Yeah, blew a flat tire on her way up there. Wasn't able to get quite the lift I think she wanted and just couldn't find that ball once she got up there.
So Mapleton's still sticking around. And another miss hit, so that's an ace. And Mapleton now in the double digits, they're down 14.
Travis, you starting to sweat for this Cougar team? Getting a little nervous?
Well, they still have 14 set points, so I don't think they'd be sweating quite yet. And there you go. So a
Right
service error gives Crestview the second set, 25-10. We'll be back. You're watching high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
We are uniting Park National's family banks under one name to serve you more.
This bank's about service to the community.
I mean, your customers become your family, and by and large, you become their family.
Customers do come in and they do feel like they're a part of our family, and they feel like they know us and we know them and we care.
Park National, our family of banks, all together now.
Subscribe or be subscribed.
Back here at the Cougars den, where they took set number 2, 25-10 after taking set 1, 25-8. They are up 2 sets to none, Storm, and they are like butter because they're on a roll.
I don't even think I can make a comment after that. I think we should just wait for the next game to start.
Well, then we'll check in with Brian Skoronsky down at Howard, Ohio, as Danville up 23-21 on East Knox. East Knox with service there in the first set, so a good match down in Howard, Ohio. Came action going on down there, but hey, stick with us for at least one more set here in the Firelands Conference as the Lady Cougars of Crestview. I said Crestline, sorry Bulldogs fans. But the Crestview Lady Cougars 1 set away from victory number 8 on the season.
May just be one more set, Travis, till we get to go eat, wherever that may be. Still a mystery.
I didn't know you were hungry.
Could you not tell by my
No,
commentary?
could not. Although I am looking forward to stuffing and mashed potatoes and turkey now on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, man.
Still a month and a half away, though. Got to get that Halloween candy in first.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, can't wait for that.
Mapleton will serve to start this one.
Travis, in your eyes, do you see any way Mapleton comes back and not just 3 in a row here?
Well, you know what? I was at Northmore a couple weeks ago. They were down 2 sets to none to Cardington, and they forced a 5th and final set where they fell, but it's like just out of bounds. I thought that ball actually stayed in, but Crestview at the point, it's like hockey. The toughest lead to hold is a 2-goal lead in hockey. Here in volleyball, the toughest set lead to hold is a 2 sets to none lead because you think, oh, you're leading by 2 sets, you can, take it off the gas. Exactly. But I don't think Kennedy Goon's going to allow that to happen.
No, sir. What another just absolutely beautiful spike.
And not only with authority, she knocked that out of the gym. 2-0 Lady Cougars.
Kennedy Goon not the only one, able to get up there and knock one down.
Sophie Durbin, nice court vision there to find the open spot. And guess who but Autumn Bailey back to serve for the Lady Cougars. See if she can go on another long run.
Big shocker there. Couldn't have guessed that one if you paid me.
And that shot just long. But go back to Durbin's shot. Do you know what they call it? A ball that lands in no man's land with players around it. They call that a campfire.
Ooh, okay. When I think of campfires, I obviously think of, roasting hot dogs and making marshmallows.
So a miss hit by Mapleton has the Lady Cougars up 5-0. And Storm thinking about what he's having for dinner.
Always, man. You always got to be 10 steps ahead.
Bailey once again to serve. Her 6th serve of this 3rd set. Free ball over to Crestview. Goon took some off of that one. Gives Mapleton a chance. Cross shot, dug up. Free ball to Mapleton. Nice dig there by Bailey. Goon with another free ball. So nice volley by both sides here. Another dig by Bailey. Oh, good effort by Mapleton, but just unable to get it back over the net. So 6 straight points for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, Mapleton putting up a goose egg. Very scary sight if you're those Mapleton coaches over there.
And for the 3rd straight set, the Cougars out to a strong start to start the set. Goon cross shot, dug up. And it touches the line, so the Lady Mounties get on the board. If you watch the replay, just touches that back line here on the spike.
Yeah, you know what? If I'm Crestview, I'm happy with that one, you know. That's a 50-50 ball. That one could have gone either way, I feel like. So if I'm Crestview, I'm not very mad about that one, and I'm not very mad with the score right now either.
Especially with the score 6-0. You're allowed to, allow something like that. Goon with another strong spike. 7-1. So it's Sophie Durbin now serving for the Lady Cougars. That one out of bounds. And Mapleton has to call a timeout. 8-1 your score in favor of Crestview.
Yeah, you know, Travis, I feel like if you're Mapleton right now, you got to call timeout, kind of slow down that momentum. But, you know, it's not looking pretty for them. And if you're Crestview, you tell your girls, just keep doing what you're doing at this point.
So Crestview, their 4 losses this year. They fell to St. Paul in 3 straight sets. Lost to Western Reserve 3-1. They were swept by Monroeville, who last year went to the state championship game and returns a lot of people. And then they just fell on Saturday to Willard 3-1. Coming up for them, they host Plymouth. They're at Plymouth, actually, at Lucas, before hosting St. Paul and Western Reserve in possible rematches. So Crestview will get another shot at those for some redemption off of those early season losses.
And I really think that's what Crestview would want too, is a chance to get a crack at them again. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Team beats you early in the season when you kind of don't have everything figured out, especially with how restricted everything's been recently. I mean, early in the season you obviously want another crack at them.
Free ball over to Crestview, and a net violation on Mapleton gives the Lady Cougars another point and another unforced error by Mapleton.
I don't know what that Mapleton coach said in the timeout, but hopefully, she's able to get her girls playing at peak form, because that's what they're going to need to bring this game back.
10-1 now your score in favor of the Lady Cougars. As Durbin now on a run at the service line. Goon gets blocked, but it goes out of bounds, and the Cougars get a point.
Travis, that ball is coming off with so much heat. Even if you do manage to, get a fingertip on it, get a hand on it, I mean, there's no telling where it's going to go. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to kind of aim your shot there.
Exactly. Yummy ball, eaten up by Goon once again.
And how many times have we seen this set already, where Kennedy Goon just climbs to the top of the ladder and finishes easy?
So that attempt falls, and you'll like what that is called. An open-handed reception is called a deep dish.
Oh, making me think of Little Caesars. They got one of those in Ashland. Maybe that's what I'll get.
I heard they have that new pizza that's half pizza, half cheesy bread, so there you go.
Yeah, I prefer just getting a whole pizza and a whole order of cheesy bread.
Whatever works for you. Kennedy Goon gets the point.
Case in point again, Travis. I mean, when Kennedy Goon climbs that ladder and she sends it down hard, even if you do manage to get your hands on it, I mean, there's no telling where it's going to go.
14-1 your score here at the Cougars Den. And who else, Storm, but Kennedy Goon to finish that one off.
Yeah, she is a stat sheet stuffer for sure. I'm sure she makes the job of the stat keepers very easy. Usually just tallies something next to her name.
Izzy Artis returned to sender. And Durbin's still back there to serve. It's 16-1. What an effort by Kaufman there. Rebecca Kaufman just gets a hand up to deflect that over the net to get the point. As you see here, just flicks it over, throws Mapleton off guard.
A gorgeous finesse play there. Like we've been saying, not always about the power. I mean, just put just enough on that one, just enough sauce on that one to get it over the net.
18-1. Crestview well on their way to winning this match. Now it's just a matter of what this final score is going to be. Kennedy Goon into the net that time. Mapleton back on the board. It's 18-2.
You could see it on her face after that one. She wanted that one back. She knows she could have had that one very easily. She's been getting looks just like that all night long, and you know, if she had another chance at that, she would get it again.
Shout out to Linda Mendoza, one of our biggest fans watching tonight.
Oh yeah.
Hope you're enjoying Storm and Garrett's job here working tonight, as that service goes into the net, and it's a point for Crestview.
Yeah, Linda Mendoza, I know she always watches, comments, you know, shares. She is truly a OH Report fam, so shout out to her.
That's dug up by Durbin. Free ball into the net. A rare miss hit for Crestview. Mapleton with their third point of the set. 19-3 your score.
Travis, as we got a little bit of a break right here, I know we were talking about those big matchups later in the season for Crestview. I mean, seeing what they bring to the table tonight, I mean, do you think they got a chance? You know, I know they kind of got blown out there in those beginning matchups, but you think they got a chance now?
It's all about, like you said earlier, it's all about getting off to a strong start. You know, getting that first punch in, maybe winning that first set, going off to a strong start in the second set, really throwing the other team off their game. And now that Crestview's seen these teams once, you never know what could happen. If you play a perfect game, might come out with the upset. And I know St. Paul and Monroeville both state ranked as well. So if Crestview wants to get up to that upper echelon of teams, they're going to have to pull off some upsets, and they have the ability to. They're 6 points away from winning this one.
In convincing fashion, might I add.
Kennedy Goon from the opposite side that time. Lady Cougars 5 points away. I'd also like to remind everybody, we'll be back here at the Cougars Den Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night football, always a great time. And our very own camera operator tonight, Garrett Parlett, will be taking his insight. I know he played for a couple years out there on the field, so.
His name is etched on the wall right outside the football field forever. He is one of the great linemen to come through Crestview High School.
Yeah, if you see his name out there, go ahead and take a selfie with it and tag us in it on Facebook. We'll definitely respond, and maybe even if you're lucky and you're at the game on Friday, you can get an autograph from him.
Kennedy Goon looking to close things out. Nice dig there by Anna Wagner. And just a nice flick of the wrist gives Mapleton their fourth point of the set, 22-4. Alexis Sweet checking back in for the Lady Mounties.
And Travis, not to read too far into the future, but I think this one, all Crestview has to put a bow on this one. I think this is a game that they are easily able to close out.
Just outside the line. It was a good idea, but that service just too far to the left and out of bounds. So now Rebecca Kaufman will look to close things out for the Lady Cougars.
Travis, how important is it to win in convincing fashion like this? What does this do for the morale going in, you know?
Well, the teams that you're supposed to beat, this shows you that, yeah, you're riding high, you're doing well. If you have a close match with teams that people think you're supposed to beat, that's when you need to worry. But Crestview taking care of business today, and they just did it to finish things off in commanding fashion. 25-4 in the third set. They sweep this one 3-0.
Oh yeah, taking care of business every day.
So that'll wrap it up for the match. We're going to take a break, and we will be back, hopefully with an interview. We'll see. We'll make it suspenseful, and we'll show you who it is when we come back. You're watching high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
We are uniting Park National's family banks under one name to serve you more.
This bank's about service to the community.
I mean, your customers become your family, and by and large, you become their family.
Customers do come in and they do feel like they're a part of our family, and they feel like they know us and we know them and we care.
Park National, our family of banks, all together now.
Subscribe or be subscribed.
Back here at the Cougars den, where the Lady Cougars 3-0 match victory over Mapleton and Storm. It was just a dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to say about it. I mean, Crestview came out here. They came. They saw. I mean, they conquered. I mean, served it all up on the Christmas dinner plate. Nothing really else to say. I mean, Kennedy Goon obviously doing her usual thing. I mean, and everyone else also chipping in.
We tried to grab one of the players from Crestview, but they sprinted into the locker room to get out of here. So I guess I'm just stuck with you for the rest of this this post game, which is completely fine. But your Cougars, Kennedy Goon and company, rolling to an expected 3-0 victories. Let me get this up here on the screen, where Crestview 3-0 by scores of 25-8, 25-10, and 25-4. That'll wrap things up here from Crestview High School. For all of us here at the OH Report, we'd like to say good night, and don't forget to tune over here on our Facebook timeline as Brian Skaronski calling a good one down in Howard, Ohio, East Knox and Danville in the second set. So just scroll on up here on the timeline on Facebook and check out our OH Report YouTube page for that. And with that, it's time to say goodnight, Storm. We'll see you again tomorrow night, actually, for soccer as Magnificat. We're heading up to Cleveland. Magnificat takes on St. Ignatius on senior night, so we'll see you up there.
Yeah, and me and G-Man will be heading out to Madison to get some highlights for them, and hopefully they'll return to regular form, you know, dominating the competition. But this has been Travis, this has been Storm, and our wonderful cameraman, G-Man, from Crestview High School, the OH Report, live and free.
See you later.
Yeah.